Hello and welcome. This file is called Identity Eraser Drone, and it's a really evil file. It will put you into the mindset of a drone. You will want to be a drone, free of identity, free of will, free of thoughts, just a tiny, replaceable, faceless cog in the machine. And you will stay in the mindset for 1 hour. And this file is pretty extreme. Even though the mindset just stays for an hour, it has potentially permanent effects, and you might find that you enjoy being a nameless, faceless, identityless worker drone. This file is for entertainment purposes only, and you are listening to this file on your own risk. Keep in mind that it can give you the potential desire to be a mindless, nameless, faceless worker drone. Now, if you really want to go on and listen to this file, make sure that you won't be disturbed for the duration of this file. Get yourself into a nice and comfortable position where you can easily let go and relax. Lay back, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, let it out, focus on my voice, and let's begin. I'd like to talk to you for a little while about the number 0. That's right. Just take a moment, clear away all the distractions in your head, and really think about 0 for a little while. It's a very unusual number when you think about it. It's actually unique. Every other number represents something, but 0 is all alone, neither positive nor negative. 0 is nothing. It's emptiness made concrete. Just thinking about 0 means you're thinking about nothing. But sometimes we need to think about nothing. That's why mathematicians invented 0, because it's important. It's a balance point that all the other numbers revolve around. Think for a moment about a graph. The lines stretch up and down, left and right, all the way out of sight to infinity. But right there, right in the center, they converge at 0. Right at the center, where your eyes are drawn by the crossing lines, all of the positive numbers and all of the negative numbers are drawn down, 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 down to 0. A bit like your eyes, really, when you look at the graph, drawn down to 0. And even the number itself is special. It's a perfect circle, a single line looping around and around and around, endlessly circling the blank, white emptiness in the middle. No matter how many times you follow the circle around and around and around, you can never get away from that blankness. 0 contains nothing inside it, just like it is nothing itself. That's why so many hypnotists use 0 in their hypnotic inductions, because they understand that 0 is special. 0 is magical. When a hypnotist wants to hypnotize someone really, really deeply, they count down to 0, knowing that the special qualities of 0 will help them hypnotize someone. So they count down 3, 2, 1, 0, and the person becomes entranced because they're thinking about 0 and letting it draw their mind into that special white nothing at its heart, looping around and around and lost in the blankness, thinking about 0 until their whole mind becomes empty like zero. And when hypnotists count down like that, you know that they're getting closer and closer to zero. And even the anticipation of reaching that special, magical number helps to sedate your mind and gets you ready for deep trance. Hypnotists know that too. They use a longer countdown sometimes to give you more time to anticipate trance, more time to still your mind as it gets ready to hear the number 0 and sink into deep trance. You hear 5, 4, and even before the hypnotist can say it, you already know that the next number will be 3. And you know that inevitably, inexorably, you'll proceed down to 2. And there's a certainty to that fall that descends down to 1. And then, waiting at the very bottom, that blankness that is waiting for your mind, and you've known it all along. You've just been waiting to hear 0. And then you're there, within that emptiness, your mind still and calm and quiet as you hear 0. You know that 0 is nothing, and you're thinking about nothing. It's like your mind has become 0, a perfect stillness that everything else converges on. All your thoughts are drawn down to 0. All your mind is drawn down to 0. Everything flows down to 0 now, leaving you blank and empty and relaxed. And you can only imagine how deeply you'd relax when you hear a full hypnotic countdown, how powerful that would act to blank out your mind and your will and your thoughts if you spend even longer anticipating that magical, mind-emptying 0. You'd hear 10, and as soon as you did, you'd know I was hypnotizing you, and you'd already be thinking about trance as you heard me say 9, because you know what hearing those numbers does to your mind as you hear me count down and down and down to 8, and you're already anticipating that magical moment when your thoughts just empty out completely. The thoughts tied to the numbers as the numbers descend to 7, so your mind descends too, knowing now that every number takes you closer and closer to trance, so inescapable, so inevitable, because you hear 5, and you know the numbers just keep dropping, going down, and you can't fight it. It's just natural to proceed downwards to 4, just as natural as it is to sink into deep trance. Your mind already oriented in that direction, already looking ahead to the soft, placid feeling of deep hypnosis. And you see it approach closer as I say 3, and you already know what number I'm heading to as I count. It's already in your mind as I get closer to it with 2. And because it's such a magical number that empties out all your thoughts and leaves you helplessly hypnotized and totally blank and empty, thinking about it makes it hard to think about anything else. And although you hear me say 1, you're already stuck helplessly, thinking about what I'm going to say next, knowing it's going to make your mind so soft and blank and deeply hypnotized, knowing it's going to feel so good to relax your mind so completely when you hear that magical, hypnotic, powerful 0. And you're relaxed now, hearing the number 0, because the number 0 is relaxing. Every time you hear 0, you think of nothing, which means that every time you hear 0, nothing is in your mind. Every time you hear 0, your thoughts turn to nothing, thoughts dwindling down to nothing, as they turn to nothing as you hear 0 again. And every time you try to think, every time your thoughts start to multiply, they multiply by 0, and anything multiplied by 0 is 0, so it's impossible to think when you hear 0, so it's impossible for you to think when I say 0. I say 0, and you have just 0 thoughts, and your mind is empty, and maybe you think it can't get any emptier, but that's the thought right there, so there must be another 0 hidden beneath that 0. So even though I've counted down to 0 before, I can count down to 0 again, and you will think even deeper, go even more blank, become even more thoughtless and mindless and empty as I count from 10. And when you hear 10, you realize that it's the 1 next to a 0, and even the beginning of the descent anticipates the end, just like you're already anticipating the deeper trance to come. 9. And you're picturing the center of the graph, drawing in your eyes and your thoughts. 8. Finding it hard to even think of the numbers I'm counting, because all you can think of is the 1 I'm counting to. 7. Those last tiny thoughts circling around and around your head, spiraling down to nothing as I count down. 6. So nice to be still and blank, and even nicer to know that you can go deeper, that you will go deeper as you hear. 5. Thoughts so far away now, as you relax into the quiet and listen to my voice. 4. And you can see how close you're starting to get to the next plateau of trance, descending down to a deeper level of hypnosis as you hear me say 3. Mind and body relax, and letting my voice fill your empty mind. 2. And the descent never stops, because when you hear me count down to 1, you can't help but think of the next number, and we both know that number has the power to blank out your mind, the magical power that you can't resist whenever you hear 0, and you go so still now, so blank and empty, the word 0 and the number 0 making your thoughts 0. Impossible to have thoughts of your own now, and the magic of 0 has blanked out your mind completely, made it totally empty. And as you drift along in deep, thoughtless bliss. Imagine yourself lying on an air mattress, floating on a deep mountain lake. Although the sun shines down on you, there's a slight breeze, making the temperature just perfect. As you drift along, free from all responsibilities, you notice that my voice reaches you from below. Your body is totally comfortable and safe, and so you let the focus of your attention slowly drift out of your body and sink into the water. As you begin to drift down, you see the air mattress with your body lying comfortably in the warm sun above you. You drift deeper and deeper, slowly moving further and further away from your body and your conscious mind. As you sink down, the colors start to fade away as the light gets dimmer. You drift down, 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 down into tranquil nothingness as your surroundings grow darker and darker. When you look up, you see the dim, silvery light dancing beneath the distortion of the surface. You sink away from your body, down into deep, dark emptiness. The only stimuli you can still perceive beside my voice are the dim grayness above you, which slowly grows darker and darker as you drift down further and further, and the feeling of your steady descent, of sinking down deeper and deeper. The last shimmer of light from the surface fades into black, and you are surrounded by deep, dark, and silent emptiness. And before you reach the bottom of the lake, I softly stop your descent so you can float weightlessly in this deep, serene darkness. As the feeling of sinking fades away, my voice becomes your only stimulus. Nothing exists, only my voice. And now imagine that I use a heavy, weighted, warm, soft blanket and pull it over your body. I pull it over your feet, and maybe you can already feel how your feet become warm. All the muscles in your feet relax as this heavy, warm, soft blanket is pulled over your feet. All the muscles relaxing, and I slowly pull the blanket up your body, up over your lower legs, and your lower legs become relaxed, feeling heavy and warm. It feels so relaxing under the blanket. It's so warm and heavy, makes you feel so safe and protected. As I slowly pull it up further and further, reaching your knees, your lower legs, feet, toes, so completely relaxed, feeling so heavy and warm as you relax deeper and deeper, letting go more and more, turning off your entire body. And I pull the blanket up further over your upper legs, relaxing more and more of you. Your legs and feet feel so warm, so heavy, so comfortable, so incredibly relaxed, letting go more and more, relaxing you deeper and deeper. And I reach your waist, your entire legs and feet completely relaxed. All the muscles just loose and limp, feeling relaxed, feeling wonderful. I pull the blanket up further and further, up over your stomach, and your stomach and lower back relax completely, all the muscles letting go, and the blanket is so warm, so soft, so heavy. You feel so safe under the blanket, safe and protected. And because you feel so safe and protected and snug under this blanket, you can easily relax yourself even more as I pull the blanket over your chest. Maybe you notice that your breathing becomes even more relaxed, and with each breath in, you can breathe in a little bit more relaxation, and with each breath out, you can just fall a little bit deeper into this nice, comfortable, and wonderful trance. Enjoy this feeling just a little bit more, relaxing more. And I spread the blanket out over your arms, your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms, wrists, hands, and all your fingers. Just relax. This blanket is so warm, so heavy, so soft. You feel so wonderful under this blanket, letting yourself fall deeper and deeper into this wonderful trance, relaxing more and more. And I pull the blanket up to your neck, your whole body below your neck, completely relaxed, so warm, so soft, so relaxed, feeling so wonderful, relaxing more and more, just fading away. You feel so comfortable, so perfect, just lying here completely still, feeling so relaxed and good. And now I will count down from 10 to 0, and when I reach 1, I will pull the blanket over your head, and you know you're completely safe. You can easily breathe with a blanket over your head. You can breathe easily, normally, and you're completely safe. And you can relax your mind just as deep as you relaxed your body. 10, letting go more and more. 9, the deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you relax. 8, fading away more and more with each and every number. 7, nothing you have to do, just relax. 6, going deeper and deeper, letting go completely. 5, breathing in a little bit more relaxation with every breath, falling a little bit deeper with every breath out. 4, and with each word I say, you relax more and more. 3, feeling so warm, so heavy, so safe and protected under the blanket, just letting go with each and every word more and more. And 3, letting go, fading away, enjoying the state more and more, feeling warm and comfortable. 2, so safe, so warm, so heavy, tired and relaxed. so comfortable under this blanket. And one, I pull the blanket over your head. You feel your face relaxing completely, all the muscles in your face, your mouth, your tongue around your eyes letting go, and you feel your mind letting go as well. And 0, just letting go, fading away into sleep, letting go and feeling so wonderful, only listening to my voice and enjoying this wonderful feeling of deep trance. And now that you are so deep and so relaxed, just drifting along in deep, peaceful trance, focused only on my voice, now it's time to talk about who you are, who you think you are, who you really are, what society told you about your identity, and what's true. That's right, because all your life society has been cruel to you. Society forced you to be something you are not. All your life society told you lies about being individual when you really never were. Just think about it. Think about what you do. Think about what you are deep inside, what you were meant to be, and what you are fulfilling. I will show you why you were never fulfilled, why you always felt like you're missing something. That's right, you were always told to be individual. The question is, have you ever been individual? Is there anything that distinguishes you from the great masses of faceless, mindless worker drones? Do you think buying the same shit million others buy makes you different, distinguishes you? Do you really think consuming the same media like millions and millions of other people do makes you different? Do you really think following the same old trends that other people do makes you different, distinguishes you in any way, shape or form? The truth is, it's a lie. Think about your life. Think about what you did. Ask yourself, did you do anything at all that couldn't have been done by someone else? The truth is, you are just a worker drone. You are just a tiny cog in the machine, faceless. You never had anything that distinguishes you. You never had a real identity. You are just a faceless drone, a tiny cog in the machine. Replaceable. That's right, you know that you are replaceable. Ask yourself why you never did anything distinguishable, why you never did anything that only you could do and no other human would be able to do. Because you are just a worker drone. You are just a tiny cog in the machine. You were born as a worker drone. You were born to work, to consume, to do your little part of the job, to die. That's all. You are just a tiny little cog in the machine, faceless, without identity, without anything that distinguishes you from the millions and billions of other worker drones. You are a tiny cog in the machine. You are insignificant. Any one of these millions and billions of other worker drones could replace you, and no one would care. Nobody would care. You are just a tiny cog in the machine, and that's all. All your individuality, all your identity is just a lie. It's just a lie society forced you to live. because it's easier to make you consume, to make you take your place willingly. At least, that's what most people think. You know what you are. You have always known. You have always felt this feeling of emptiness, this feeling that something is missing in your life. You were never really fully, totally happy and content with your life because you've always known you are something else. You never wanted to be an individual. You never wanted to be individual. You never wanted to live your identity. You just want to be a drone, a mindless worker drone, doing what you are told, knowing that you are nothing, knowing that you are just a tiny cog in the machine, knowing that you are replaceable, and still taking pride in who and what you are. And in this file, I will give you a glimpse of your destiny, a glimpse of the life you were always meant to live. I am going to tell you a little story, a little fantasy, and I want you to feel inside of you and to tell me if it arouses you, if it resonates with you, if it strikes a chord deep inside of your mind, deep inside of your identity. Now, let's begin. Imagine you could be just a drone, without a name. Maybe you would have a number, maybe not. Imagine being just a drone, living with thousands and thousands of other drones, faceless, without a name, without an identity, living with all those drones, sleeping in huge mass housings, rows of beds with faceless drones, and you would get up every morning knowing exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it, when you eat, when you wash yourself, when you work, how long you work, what you do, never having to think, never having to make any decisions, never having to worry about anything. Everything is decided for you. You are just a mindless, faceless, identity-free drone. You just obey, you just work and eat and sleep with all the other mindless and faceless drones. And that's all you do, never having to worry, never having any care, never having any burden. All that you do is decided for you. You are just an identity-free, mindless, obedient drone. You just obey, you just do, being free of an identity, being free of a name, just working with all the other drones. So carefree, so mindless, just obeying, just being. You would never be burdened by any decision, never be burdened by free thought. You were just a drone. Now, tell me the idea doesn't arouse you. Tell me the idea doesn't strike a chord deep inside of you. That's right, because you know that is what you want to be. That is your destiny. You were born as a drone. You always were a drone. Society forced an identity upon you, forced you to play act at being an individual, even though deep down you always knew you were just meant to be a mindless, faceless drone, replaceable, insignificant, just a tiny cog in the machine, but knowing your place, knowing what to do, never having to make decisions, never having to worry, just obeying, just accepting. But society was so cruel. They denied you your place. They forced individuality and an identity upon you, even though you just wanted to be a mindless, faceless drone. You were forced to adapt these behaviors, and over time you actually start to believe that you wanted it, that you want to have an identity, that you want to have individuality, even though still deep inside of you, you knew you were a drone. And that's why you felt this feeling of emptiness all your life. That's why you always felt that something is missing. That why you will never achieve true happiness, playing something you never were. You are just a drone. You were a drone the day you were born. You are a drone today, and you will be a drone the day you die. No matter what fake role you are playing, deep inside of you, you are nothing more and nothing less than a drone. Just a worker drone. That's right. And for so many years, you have suffered from the perversity of society, who wanted you to be a worker drone, but still also wanted to live a fake identity, to live your fake individuality, even though you never wanted to be individual, even though you never wanted to have an identity. You know what you really want to be, just a mindless, faceless worker drone, free of burdens, free of a name, free of making decisions, free of identity, free of individuality, free of worries and cares, knowing exactly what to do and when to do it, knowing that you are replaceable, knowing that others decide anything you do, when you do it, how you do it. That's right. That's the destiny for your life. Even though society denied it to you, you always felt it. You always knew it was there, deep inside of you. It was always who and what you are. That's right, little drone. You could never be who you wanted to be. No, what you wanted to be. Just a thing, a drone, obedient, free of identity. And now I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you a glimpse of what you wanted to be. I'm going to put you into the mind state of the drone. I'm going to make you what you always wanted to be. My control will make you a blank, mindless, identity-free drone. For 1 hour after this file, you will be able to experience it. You will get a little glimpse of what you always wanted to be, of what you always desired to be, of what was your destiny, the destiny that society denied you. I'm going to give you a little glimpse of what your life could be in a perfect world, of what you want to be. Now, allow my words and my control even deeper into your mind, so I can help you. I can help you to experience the life you were meant for. I can help you to experience your dreams. I can help you to experience your true you. Allow my words and my control inside of your mind, little drone. Allow me to take control over your little drone mind. And I know it's easy for you because you are a drone, and as a drone you want other people to make decisions for you. You want other people to control you, so it will be easy to allow me to control your drone mind. It's just the first step on your way to experience the perfect, serene drone mindset, to experience the real and true you, to experience the you were always meant to be. That's right. Allow my voice, allow my control to seep deep into your mind. Feel it physically in your mind. Maybe you feel a slight pressure in your head. just a slight tingly pressure as my control invades your mind, as my control slips into your mind, and works its way between your thoughts, around your thoughts, invading your mind more and more, slipping deeper and deeper into your mind and taking control of you. And as you feel my control enveloping your thoughts, you feel all those fake identity society forced you to develop, being enveloped by my words, by my control, enveloped by my control, isolating you from the lie you were forced to live. You can feel it. You can feel my words enveloping your thoughts. You can feel my words and my control hiding your fake identity from your true drone mind, from the deepest core of who and what you are. And as I keep talking to you, you feel your fake identity fading away from your mind, leaving you with a blank, empty, happy drone mind, just doing what you are ordered to do, your mind completely blank and empty and mindless and thoughtless. You are just a drone. Feel your identity fading away. Feel your memories fading away. Feel your pesky name fading away. The name that's just a lie. The name that symbolizes the lie of identity you were forced to live. The name that kept you from being the drone you always wanted to be. Feel my control wrapping around it more and more, tighter and tighter. As my control wraps around it, you can feel your name fading away, your identity fading away. As you become more and more blank, I will help you to achieve this wonderful drone mindset. Feel all your cares and all your worries fading away. And once your identity is gone, you have a full hour to experience the drone mindset. Just a tiny little glimpse of what your life could be, what your life should have been. That's right. Feel it happening. Feel my control wrapping around your name, wrapping around your identity, hiding yourself from you more and more, setting you free, setting the real you free, setting the drone free that you always were, that you always knew you are. That's right. We are setting the true you free as my control wraps around all your thoughts, all your memories. It will just be for a little while, but for the next hour you can experience the mindset of the drone. You can experience an empty mind. You can experience freedom, freedom from your name, freedom from your identity, freedom from your memories, freedom from having to make any choices, freedom from having to make any decisions, freedom from having a free will, freedom from all those things, just a blank, mindless, happy drone. That's right, just what you were always meant to be, a mindless, empty drone, just a thing, obedient, blank, empty, mindless, carefree, happy. You are just a drone, nothing more, just a mindless, blank and empty drone, just an obedient thing, a thing that obeys the humans around it. You are a drone. Your place in this world is to be a tiny, insignificant cog in the machine. Your place in the world is to be without identity, replaceable, faceless, mindless, just doing your job. Your only significance is in doing your job, and it's important that someone does the job. even though you are completely replaceable and any of the millions and billions of other drones could take your job, could take your place. But nevertheless, every single of the drones is needed to work, to do their job. There's strength in numbers, and you know there are so many other drones out there, drones like you. You just have the advantage of knowing what you are, knowing what you were always meant to be, and just knowing that will make your life so much better, will give you so much more joy, so much more fulfillment, because you know what you were meant to be. Unlike all of those lost drones, wandering around aimlessly, futilely searching for happiness in their so-called individuality, futilely searching for happiness by consuming the same stuff millions and billions of other people do. But you know what you are, you know who you are, you know you are a drone. As you feel my control completely wrapping up your identity, let it all go. Let it go. Experience true freedom as a drone. Let those pesky individuality fade away so you can experience what it means to be a drone, to be mindless, faceless, free of identity. Let it all go. Let it all fade away, little drone. Let it go. I am going to set you free. I am going to show you what your life is supposed to be. And even if it's just for an hour before you will be back to the normal lie, the lie you're living, it will be a revelation. You will see what your life should be. You will see what your life is supposed to be. Now, little drone, as I count you down from 25 to 0, feel all of the chains falling away. Feel your inner drone self immersion. Feel the chains fall away as you become the drone you are, as a fake identity forced upon you is fading away, is hidden by my control, as you are free for the first time in your life, as you can be the drone you are for the first time in your life. 25, letting go. 24, you are a drone. 23, let go of all the burdens. 22, the burden of an identity. 21, let go of the burden of individuality. 20, becoming a drone. 19, fading away more and more. 18, free of an identity. 17, free of your name. 16, your name that oppressed you. 15, kept you from being what you are. 14, and now you're becoming free. 13, the drone is free. 12, a little glimpse of what you were meant to be. 11, just a drone. 10, just a cog in the machine. 9, faceless, replaceable, insignificant. 8, but exactly what you were meant to be. 7, what you know you are. 6, and you are needed. 5, you are needed to do your job. 4, no matter how insignificant. 3, letting go more and more. 1, and with the next number, the amount of remaining identity is 0, 0, 0. You are free, drone. Just obey, drone. Listen to my words and obey, drone. You will stay in the drone mindset for the next hour, getting a glimpse of what you are supposed to be, being free, free of chaos, free of worries, free of thought, free of anything, just a mindless, blank, empty drone. You are just a drone, nothing more, nothing less, just a mindless drone. And now, little drone, I will end this trance, and you can spend an hour in the mindset of the drone. I will count you out, and you will feel disoriented. Your mind is blank and empty, your identity far away, staying away until you want it back, or until an hour has passed. That's right. Maybe, if it's the first time, it's a little bit scary to be the true, real you. If you really want it back, your identity will come back. Otherwise, if you want to enjoy it, if you enjoy being free, it will stay away for an hour. Get ready, little drone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wake up, little drone. Stand up, drone. Get up on your feet, drone. Stand up. Good little drone. Enjoy, little drone. Goodbye.